Well, welcome back to another edition of 42nd Street Pete's Grindhouse. And let me take a minute to thank the good people at Fusebox for this lovely mug that they sent me for being on their show. So thanks, Mark and Milt. I had a blast doing it. And if you want to check it out, go to thefuseboxshow.com, where you can hear my interview and a bunch of other cool stuff there. And we may be doing something down the road a piece, so stay tuned. Well, people tell me to try to keep an open mind as far as some films are concerned, modern horror and shit like that. And I find that when I keep an open mind, somebody will toss a piece of garbage in it. Like this fucking piece of garbage, Cabin in the fucking Woods. Honestly, I got to the point where I didn't know what was going on. I still don't know what was going on. This is some kind of weird fucking ass thing that doesn't make any sense. And to be perfectly honest with you, those of you who have seen the film, when the couple is attacked by the family of zombies, that scene was so fucking dark that I couldn't make out a damn thing that was happening. And I just said, you know something? I'm fucking done. Done. Here's something else. As far as horror films holding up and being valuable on Blu-ray and shit like that, I just ordered them and The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, and they were on sale for like $16 a piece. I bought that brand new sealed at a flea market for $1. I looked up the resale value on eBay, and you can get this from anybody for less than $5 shipped. So this shit holds no value at all. No value whatsoever. It's not even scary. It's not even interesting. And this is why I completely off current fucking horror films. I have yet to see anything that has fucking made me even want to watch anything else again. They're not scary. They're just fucking stupid. And to, overlook the lack of real creativity put into these things, we got to go all fucking out on the gore, because that's what everybody wants, ladies and gentlemen. America wants fucking gore splashed all over the fucking walls. No, we don't. We want to be scared. And filmmakers today don't know how to fucking scare us. That's the problem. My turtles, I wish you could see the expression on my turtle's face because their head's sticking out of the water. She's actually listening to this conversation, as is Boots over there. Why don't we go back to 1942 for a movie called Night Monster? Now, I discovered this late at night, coming home after another night of carousing and drinking. There was a showcase. There was a lot of late night showcases, in the late 60s, early 70s. One of them was on, I think it was either Channel 4 or Channel 2, mainstream, channel, which was called Festival of Chillers, which went on 1 o'clock in the morning. And I saw this movie Night Monster on there. Now, the two main stars are Bela Lugosi and Lionel Atwill. But Lugosi is basically name value only. He plays a butler and really doesn't do much. And the same almost goes for Lionel Atwill. The premise is that a bunch of people go to this estate in this swamp area or something like that at the bequest of this man who's basically looks like he's missing everything but one arm. No legs, missing one arm, but has one working arm. That's played by Ralph Morgan. He's the patriarch there. And the people that are there are the doctors that have treated him. Also, this Indian mystic. And at one point, the Indian mystic conjures up a skeleton holding a chest with something in it. And Lugosi is standing there watching this. Now, my problem right now is I don't have a copy of this movie to rewatch anymore. And a fucking DVD-R is $20, so that's out of the question. So I'm trying to pull this from memory. One by one, these doctors are getting knocked off in horrible ways, and there's also, there's recognizable names in there. Leif Erikson in an early role, Frank Reicher from the King Kong movies, like I said, the aforementioned stars, and Ralph Morgan, who is this crippled guy. Well, movie only runs a little bit over an hour, and yeah, there's obvious reused footage from Ghost of Frankenstein, I think The Wolfman, and a couple other films. But it is really and truly creepy because of the mist, the swirling, things, the creepy mansion and outside. And at the end, they're going out there, and all of a sudden you hear all these frogs are like croaking their little heads off, and all of a sudden the croaking stops. And here is this guy walking toward the heroine, and it's Ralph Morgan as he has grown these monster hands and monster feet. And he's eventually killed. And what happened was this Indian mystic taught him how to regenerate his limbs, and that's how he was getting around killing everybody, and nobody realized it was him. So, for a 1942 movie, this is really creepy and spooky, and, basically they had no special effects back then, no special effects makeup, so you had to use your imagination, which is what horror is all about when you're thinking of. I mean, when you're reading a horror novel, you're not seeing something, you're conjuring it up in your head, and that's what these older movies made you do, because, there wasn't a payoff like we have today, and honestly, do we need the payoff? Not really, but it's just something else, little weird and creepy, that maybe should be rediscovered again. And like I said, I caught this another one late at night. I just found out something really disturbing too. Is I sold a copy of A Whole Bag of Crazy and Two-Fisted Tales of Times Square to a fan in Norway. The shipping was $32. I even tried to cut the price, and the guy wouldn't hear of it, and basically sent me, the correct amount. What I didn't know is I'm looking at as the guy rings it up, the post guy rings it up, and I says, "What's this $26?" He goes, "That's the landing fee he has to pay." I said, "Are you fucking kidding me? He has to pay $26 on top of what he already paid on shipping?" That's the new rule in Europe. So, unfortunately, I can't see any fucking way for me to ship to Europe without fucking my fans, and that's really pathetic and horrible that the greed in this fucking world is so overwhelming that they got to have it both ways. But hey, this is how fucked up this whole world and this whole country is, and I'm just tired of it. It just pisses me off that my overseas fans have to pay through the nose with the shipping charges and now this ridiculous landing fee. When is enough enough? Obviously, it's never enough when the greed comes in, but that's that. But like I said, there's things happening down the road, and we will keep you informed of that. And a couple people that emailed me, and, it's all good. I've responded. I thank you for your interest. I'm glad that you like what I'm doing, and will continue to do so. So until next time, stay safe. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you on the flip side.